together. So it was quite an evening when we brought them up right before, when you saw them backstage, we brought them up to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then they went to their tables, and then later on they each spoke for 15 minutes.
Oh, that was my next question. How long do they have a chance to talk?
About 15 minutes.
Anybody go over their 15 minutes?
We got a little close on some of them, but most of them were wrapping up at the 15 minutes. And you know, with an event like that, you have to make sure that you keep things rolling.
Right.
So, but they were great speeches. I mean, great reception by the audience. I was so excited about the enthusiasm, the hope in that audience. What we're going to do this year as Democrats was fabulous.
Is there now so that event had all 5 candidates? Will there be another event like that anywhere in the country before the debates? Is that kind of it, isn't it?
You know, it's hard to tell because they're in charge of their schedules, and people certainly invite them all the time. So whether we have one more of those or a couple more of those, I don't know. Certainly, the Jefferson Jackson Day dinner usually is one where we have all the candidates. That happens in October. And I bet there will be other ones. I've heard some rumors about some other ones, but it is wonderful to have them all in the same place because, you know, we talk about the issues that are important to Democrats and Iowa families.
Did any one candidate shine more than another?
You know, I thought they all did well in their own way.
Very good answer.
No, like,
one had to make a couple of statements that the crowd responded to more than anybody else.
You know, I mean, you were there, Brent. I don't think that was actually true. They each had moments. Lincoln Chafee, people didn't know him as well, and so I think it was a time for him to introduce himself. Hillary Clinton had some wonderful applause lines when she was talking about women's rights and equal rights, and just really got the audience going, I think. And then Martin O'Malley, I think, is one of those candidates that people didn't know quite as well, seems to be breaking through a little bit, really had some very good applause lines when he was talking about Wall Street. Bernie Sanders certainly had his crowd there, and they're always fired up, but he really spoke well about income inequality and what we can do in this country. And then really Jim Webb, the military themes that came through, and Commander-in-Chief, I think they all hit high notes, and they all had standing ovations, I believe. So.
Wow. Is there anywhere to see these speeches if we weren't able to make it out to the eastern part of Iowa?
You know, and you may know more than I think Des Moines Register and C-SPAN had a lot of the clips that I saw.
They've got some, and I'll be showing some in my show Sunday, and then Thursday I'll show a couple clips. You spoke of Lincoln Chafee. Sunday's episode is Lincoln and I chatting at Smoky Row. One of the benefits of his candidacy that I didn't, just in research, obviously former senator and former governor, so there's a lot of discussion. What is a better background to be president? Well, he's done Senate and be a governor as well. Yeah, as far as the mood in the room, very up, very excited sort of mood. And when I come back on in a couple of minutes here at 7:40, we'll talk about the Ames event, which was different. One thing I wanted to ask you, Dr. McGuire, the format. First of all, the order. It was alphabetical.
It was alphabetical.
Who decided alphabetical?
Now, we try to be very fair in the Democratic Party.
Yeah, because it wasn't polling. I thought it was so interesting. So Lincoln Chafee started, and then all of a sudden, Hillary Clinton's up next, which surprised a lot of people. It was in a program that we realized later it was printed. But who decided on the order? How did you decide alphabetical?
We wanted to do it the most fair we can. I mean, one of the things as the Democratic Party running the caucuses, we have to be as fair and impartial as possible. And so alphabetical certainly is a fair way.
Yeah, so it was fun because Lincoln Chafee, then Hillary Clinton, and then what was Martin O'Malley, then Sanders, and then Jim Webb. So it was really interesting to see how the crowd and the order had gotten out. So people started cheering up who was going to come speak first and then next. And another thing, so press was in the back of the room there, and when they got close to their time, they had these red lights set up. And when it first happened, none of us in the press were like, what's going on? Is that a fire alarm that we don't know about? I'm like, oh no, it's like the comedy club. Like that's
they're shining a light.
Yeah, like so if you're a candidate, all you see is like a red wall right in front of you. Like, okay, I gotta wrap it up. But yeah, I agree. There were certainly some there were louder applause for some than others, but everyone hit their notes and everyone got a nice positive response.
I know we're going to be talking about the Ames event coming up in just a few minutes, as you said. Do you think this event was outshined because no one was making some outrageous comments, as we heard with the family summit?
No. You know what I think? I think they were talking about what's important to Iowa families. It was hopeful. Everybody was energetic. Everybody's excited about where we're going. No, as the chair of the Democratic Party, it could not have been better than it was.
You want to know something? You sound excited.
I am.
You are excited.
And people say I use that word too much. I said that's because I am excited.
You are.
You know, this is the future of our country, and we have such a great part to play in it here. And so it's wonderful to get to hear these people, hear what they're going to do, the vision they have for the country. 1,300 plus Democrats, you know, getting to hear that and cheer for that. and understand that and what it does for Iowa families. It doesn't get any better than that.
You know, and this week something exciting is coming up. My friend Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is coming into town for another event.
She is at my house.
Yeah.
The Polk County Women's event has been off and on at my house, and so I am hosting it again this year, and she's coming, and that's another great event we do here in Polk County.
Yeah, very exciting stuff.
Perfect. Well, wonderful, Doctor. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Don't be a stranger. Come on.
Virtual shake. Virtual shake.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. We'll be right back at 7:30.